We back again for another Sunday. I saw Drew limbering up again, getting into it. So he's doing the aerobics in the background before we went live. Might have to get Drew to run like an aerobics session just before the show, so we're all ready to go. He's stretching out in the background. We've got the legend himself, Maddie, with us tonight from Matt's What I Am. Welcome back, mate. It's great to see you back in the community, and a few vids on their way out. So good to have you on board.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, it's good to be back, and miss the community. So yeah, it's good to be back into it.
No, we love what you're bringing out, and we always love to get people on that are getting back in the community, dropping some videos, and always good for a Sunday night chat. So before we get too far into it, I have dropped Maddie's link in the description for everyone. So you head over there and do the old sub and leave a little bit of a comment, a bit of love for Maddie getting back into the videos, which is awesome. So make sure you head over there. We'll get to the channel at some point during the night as well. But yeah, just before we get deep into Sunday night madness, we wanted to give Maddie a bit of a pump up. But boys, how's things? Pretty sure all of you are in COVID jail at the moment, aren't you? You're all locked down, unfortunately. Is that the state of affairs?
Yeah, it's just a new norm, mate. It's a new norm. We're always in fucking lockdown down here.
Mate, it's number 6 or something for you guys in Victoria? Something like that.
6.0.
Racking them up.
It's not a score you want to be counting upwards. It's not one for the record books, that's for sure. So let's do a quick wrap around. So how's the week been, boys? Brad, what's been happening with you? Obviously lockdown as well, but are you keeping things rolling?
Yeah, kicking goals, mate. Same old. I did a couple of big thrifts through the week, so kind of good timing. I usually only really go out, once a week for a big one. So I did a couple and plenty of stock on hand. I'm just going to be busy listing all week. Sales are good. Sales have actually been through the roof, which is awesome. It did drop off a little bit for most of today, but this afternoon or late this evening kind of had a pretty big spike with some sort of high price sales, which was good. All around pretty good other than being locked up. But look, at the end of the day, I'm not too stressed with it because it actually pushes me to get some shit done. So
for sure.
I'll get through. It's a pain in the ass. We all know it's a pain in the ass as, businesses struggling and everything. Everyone's struggling with mental health, everything. It sucks. But, on a personal level, I can get through and I've got plenty to do. So we'll get there.
Fingers crossed. Doesn't last too long and get back out there on the road and put out some more vids. You dropped the vid today of I'm assuming last week's thrift. So there's a bit of cool stuff in that lot that you went out. So
yeah, that's funny. Like with the sales this weekend today. So today I listed 20 items this morning when I got up at 5 a.m. So I was done listing by probably around the 8 o'clock mark or something. And they were all items that were in that video that I dropped today that I listed, and I sold 6 of them today. 6 of them already out the door. So
wow.
It's just like a lot of the sales this weekend have been like recently listed stuff this week, and the old trick, the end sell similar boost that algorithm, and a lot of stuff going as soon as I'm doing it. So all recently listed shit going out the door, which is good.
Yeah, gotta love that. And Maddie, you've given the channel a shot in the arm, and you're pumping some content back out, which is awesome. But how you been apart from that? You've been sort of away from the community a little while and doing your own thing, working towards some stuff. So I don't know how much detail you want to go to smash my head.
I'll sort of brief, but I don't know. I sort of lost the passion for it and the love for it. I've always loved finding a bargain and reselling here and there over the years. But, I don't know. I just totally lost it and just had to step away from it for a while. I was still sort of watching things in the background every now and then. But, it's the bugs certainly bit me back again. And thanks to you guys as well, continuing your work and sort of, just watching you guys do your thing. It's sort of, I don't know, it just came back. And now I'm sort of like back to being where I was before, which is like totally obsessed with it. So just enjoying it. But like I said to you before, I miss the community, and it's a really great community too to be a part of. So I'm really really glad to be back in it, and it's going to be a slow process. I'm doing like one video a week at the moment because I did take up a course in barbering here in Melbourne, so which is a lot harder than I first thought it was actually going to be. I thought anyone could cut hair or style hair, and I was totally wrong. So I'm doing that 2 days a week and having to do coursework as well for the other days. So I'm trying to just juggle everything, find a bit of a rhythm, and sort of work out what I'm doing with my videos at the same time. So I'm not boring people, or I want to try and bring some sort of value or entertainment. So still trying to figure it out. No,
it's great to see you back, and I would offer you to cut my hair, but there isn't too much left of it, so it's probably not. The good thing is you can't stuff it up. So I mean, it's probably
exactly
a good way to start.
We had a guy in our course, and he had a shaved head, and he probably had more haircuts than anyone because they do the close shave.
Yeah.
But he was getting a cut every 2 days. So it doesn't matter if you don't have hair, mate. Still get you in the seat.
Line me up for a Maddie special. All over it. And
if you ever need any work, mate, I know a bloke that hasn't had a haircut in about 5 years. So I'll be in touch with you.
Are you talking about? I was going to say, you're talking about you or Robbie, because I reckon you'd both be around.
Nah, Robbie. What's Robbie? He's in his 50s now, so he'll be a bit like you, Bradley. He wouldn't have much on top. Would he be a bit thin up there? I reckon if he gets a haircut, he might be cool.
I reckon Robbie's got a pretty full head of hair. He's doing all right. I wouldn't mind it. Drew, you guys have been you've been locked down for quite a while now. Let's be honest, and you guys have been trying to sort of put out a video here and there and get through things. But how you been with it all? It's been another week since we've chatted. So how's this week been, and how you guys feeling? I guess because longer term definitely messes with your head. So how you guys going more than anything?
It feels like we did this live stream 2 hours ago. The week just it's this complete Groundhog's Day at the moment, as these guys are pretty aware, being locked down 5 or 6 times now. But just chugging along, getting through the listings. Not crazy good sales, but it's definitely not stalling out. Just as you guys are aware, just trying to pick little deals online and stuff like that. But it's not fun being locked down and still no end in sight, not getting any easier as the weeks go on. But it's hard to make videos when that's just sort of your primary channel focus. So trying to be creative and think of new ways to do different things on the channel. But sort of doing live streams and stuff to supplement the lack of videos at the moment. But that's sort of where we're at. But just trucking along, getting by. Yeah,
fair enough, man. I definitely feel for you guys and anyone in Sydney and now Melbourne and Queensland, I believe. So, it is tough, and I think it's really important to have a community like this in that sort of time. So, I've seen a lot of people in the chat saying if anyone needs to have a chat, reach out, send some DMs. We've been flicking messages around here and there. So, it's always good to chat to people when you're in that situation and people are doing the same thing. So, before we keep going, I just want to acknowledge the chat because I've realized we've been talking for 10 minutes and I haven't said hello yet. But appreciate everyone that's come in. We've got Disgruntled Octopus as always. This one's one of Brad's faves.
Mr. Tip Rat, what's going on?
Yeah, good to see you. Captain Op Shop, Raucous Reg, good to see you as well. We have Jazz looking after us. Thrifty Pixie, Blake. And I'll give this one to Maddie. There's a new one. I'm not sure if that one's come over from your channel at all, Matt.
Not too sure, man. I haven't actually looked in at who's subscribed lately.
There's this Matt's What I Am in the chat as well. He's
all
over the shop. Mum's in the house. She's actually in Melbourne with you guys at the moment. So she's over there with my sister, who's due to give birth in a couple of days. So
hope all goes well.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. Daniel's in the house. What is up? Good to see you, mate. Uncle Wayno. This one's always reserved for Drew because he likes to get his around this one.
Thrifting Oz style.
There we go. The
aerobics I was doing pre-stream actually.
Yeah. I was watching that little box very carefully, and you're doing some pretty strenuous moves back there, getting ready for the live stream. So love it. How's Riley? The modern Neanderthal, I think, might be trying to get some comps in the chat. Might have scammed the UPC into the wrong area, I reckon. eBay says no. There we go. Sorry about that.
No comps.
Yeah, none here. Disney Thrifter of Oz is in the house. We've got Susan Boyd. We've got Opta Thrift, Hassan. I've said Captain, I'm pretty sure. We've got Sam in the house. Good to see you. Alex, KZB Fury. I think that's a new one.
What's going on?
Zach in the house, enjoying some sunshine. We got Scotty. Photos heads look big when watching on TV. Yeah, I bet. Well, you got Flipper over there, so you know. Be careful of that. Justin, what's up? Rack Raiders, what's up? Good to see you. I think I've caught everyone. If I missed anyone, Antoinette, thanks for being here. We really appreciate it. And Pete B is in the house as well. And Peter Say. Bunch of people here. 47 in the chat. So Maddie's bringing all the chat to the yard. Which is awesome. So I was gonna continue that on, but I didn't have a second line. So if anyone wants to chat,
Brad's on fire tonight, Maddie. Maddie turns up and Brad's on fire. I think we should get him back more often. I think
he's well. I think it's the matching hats. It's like our powers combining with like Captain Balls or something. I don't know. That probably
Captain Balls.
All right, boys. Let's give Maddie a bit of the air. So if you boys have any questions for Maddie, please drop them in the chat, or if you guys want to ask Maddie something, let us know. But my first question, Matt, was what do you sort of? I know obviously at the moment there's not much for you to do, but long term, what's the sort of plan for the channel? We said one video a week, and you're going to try and do a bit of thrift ride-alongs. Like, what's the goal?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm actually doing, because at the moment I'm just dabbling in and trying a few different things, which is nothing wrong with that. Well, I think you just need to get over the perfection thing and just do something. And that was my problem in the start, was just trying to get everything perfect. But yeah, I don't know. Like, so today I've been working on a vlog style video because I enjoy watching vlogs from you guys, and I thought, well, I'll give one a crack myself. So yeah, I've been working on that today, and I'll probably bring that out either tomorrow or Tuesday. So, but long term, I don't really know. Like I said, I'm still trying to find my feet a bit, and yeah, just not entirely sure what I'm doing, but I just want to keep being consistent, at least one, and then if I can, I'll go to two. But yeah, still trying to find a bit of a system with my videos. So yeah.
Well, that's your channel there. So you've brought out a couple over the last sort of few weeks, which is awesome. You did the 5 fastest sales. There's some cool little ones in there. So yeah, some nice.
Yeah, I'm sort of trialing with not having. I don't know. It's probably a bad thing, but I was trialing with not having my face in thumbnails because I don't know. I just feel like I take shocking photos, or I look like a bit of a douchebag. So it's probably something you need to do because it is branding. Like, you know, you need your face, like you need your image on there, so people will sort of come familiar with that. So I might change that. But yeah, I just was taking too much time with thumbnails. So I'm like, stuff it. I'm just going to get stock images, chuck them up, and have it something related to do with what I'm talking about, and just get it done, get it out there. So
yeah, for sure. And
yeah,
I struggle with thumbnails all the time, so I definitely feel that struggle. And I wish I had the creative flair of Brad or Drew here, because they're always pumping out the good thumbnails and good content. So it is good to see you back, Maddie. And you know, anything you put out, I think people will come and watch. So I think Brad might have lost a lung there. I don't know what happened.
Oh no, you broke a fucking toe, I think. Oh man, it hurt. I was adjusting my sock. My sock was a bit loose, and I've like yanked on it, but it slipped out of my hand. I kicked the side of the fucking table, and oh man, it hurt so bad. I had to disappear for a bit and wipe the tears, because you know those ones that bring the tears to the eyes.
Yeah,
I talk about bringing the tears to the yard. I'm bringing all the tears to the eyes. Whew.
A bit of a few F-bombs in there as well, but yeah.
I don't swear, mate. You know me. I don't.
Never heard it. I've got a cat patrolling my place, so we could have all sorts of problems here. yeah, but it is good to see. New York Jazz just dropped your link in there, so that's very good. So thanks, Jazz. Everyone head over. It is in the description as well if you want to check out Maddie's stuff. But yeah, I think we've all struggled with content over the time. So I think you just got to put out what you can, and people will come and watch and support the channel. And if you're showing up regularly, then people will keep coming back. So yeah, it's awesome to see you there, Matt, and I hope it works out for you. So.
Yeah, I think you got a perfect head for a thumbnail, Maddie. Just to let you know, I think personally I've done over 100 videos now, and this fat melon's been in all of them, and I'm still getting views, mate. So you'll be right.
I just feel like the pose, like there's a certain pose for a thumbnail. Like you can't just be like this. It's got to be like
It's awkward.
Like it's like this sort of stuff, and I don't know. Nothing against that because it adds to the thumbnail, but I don't know. At the moment, I'm just like, stock image, put it up.
It's less awkward for everyone else, unless you're naked, of course. But it's less awkward for everyone.
There's a goal to have a naked thumbnail one day. I'll see. 1,000 subs.
1,000 subs.
With the barbecue.
I think Maddie's channel just went to 1,000 in about 3 seconds.
Right. To add to that, like Mighty Car Mods, I'm obsessed with them on YouTube, and they started in like 2008 in their mum's on their mum's driveway in Sydney.
Wow.
And their videos weren't amazing, but they're still going today, and they're almost up to like 4 million, I think, or 3.5 million subs. And each video is getting like hundreds of thousands to millions of views. And they've just done whatever they feel like doing, but just showing up every week, making a video. And you can just see over those years, it's grown. And it's just everything that they want to do. They've got full-time jobs. So this is just a side thing. So, I mean, that's not really my aspiration at the moment. It's just, getting stuff out and seeing where it goes and enjoying it.
Sam reckons the face is going to do it right on a thumbnail, mate. So you're in there. You're going to be all right. Yeah, Cara reckons your face is doing all right. Dude, if my head's in thumbnails, anyone's can be, uncle.
I have got awesome facial hair like Wayno. Look at that.
He does have solid facial hair, that's for sure. Chester on the floor VNV mode is asking Paul.
What's this? Chester on the floor. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Do you have a pet called Chester?
Yeah, there. That was just over here.
Oh, shit. You got good eyes.
Yeah, I know. That's right in the corner there. But that was actually going to be chucked out, and I ended up grabbing that off Facebook Market, so happy with that.
Yeah, nice.
Beautiful. So if anyone has any questions for Matt while we've got him tonight, drop them in the chat. And we always like to give our guests the floor when they're joining us for a Sunday, because otherwise we just pretty much talk crap all night. And it's that's what Sundays are.
That's all right.
I've got a quick question, and it's actually not for Maddie. And it's a quick congratulations to you, Brad. Full time, congrats. It's all done. And the question is, how does it feel? Is that weight?
I don't really know yet. Like, I feel like tomorrow is going to be the day that I really feel it, because Friday I handed my laptop back. I went in the office. There was like nobody in there because still like COVID restrictions. So there's like 6 people in the office, which is a bit odd. But yeah, I think Monday will be the real day that it really hits. So tomorrow morning when I wake up and the alarm isn't going off and I don't have to get on a bus or anything like that, I think that's when it's going to hit home. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely feel a lot lighter, and I think for me mentally it's going to be a big shift and make me a lot happier. So I'm very excited to get cracking. Obviously you got to put the work in to get the money, but it's what you got to do. So
we're all stoked for you, mate. We're all ecstatic, and I want to know the truth. By 5 p.m. tomorrow night, I want to know if Jazz has called your boss and asked if you can have your job back yet.
I think she rang him Friday. And said, look, does he have to really go, or can he stay for another couple of weeks?
No, congratulations, mate. You two are going to absolutely kill it, both being full-time. Yeah. You're just going next level. You're already next level, so look forward to following along.
Yeah, we're excited, and I think we work quite well together. Obviously, you work on top of each other too often. You you will have those moments, but yeah, we get over them pretty quickly. So yeah, we're looking forward to it for sure, and I'm looking forward to being able to spend more time in the community, which is a big part of the decision that we made. So I think it's something I always struggle with, trying to keep up with everyone's video and get around and say hello. So yeah, it's definitely keen to get onto that. But that's enough about me. We're here to talk about Maddie tonight. We've gone off topic here, but I do appreciate everyone.
That's mate.
Do appreciate it all, and thanks for the love. Monday Arvo when you wake up. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think Jazz will be tugging on the toe before then, I reckon. But yeah, Maddie, so obviously you're back in the reselling game. You're trying to list more and more stuff. I saw some of the stuff you're putting up the other week, but are you sort of focusing on anything in particular? Like, you sort of going more the nostalgia route? I know you're big into horror and stuff as well. So you sort of niching down. Are you going to have a bits and pieces sort of store like most of us, or what's
yeah? I've seemed to moved away from clothes a bit, not because they don't sell well. I don't know. I was doing a lot of men's shirts and stuff, which aren't a fast seller. But I don't know. I found myself selling more sort of Blu-rays and DVDs. As Flipper knows, I've just recently got some wrestling figures as well. Just stuff that, I mean, if you're full-time, you got to try and just sell a whole lot of categories. With myself, I'm not full-time, so I'm just sort of dabbling in it here and there. But yeah, I don't know. DVDs, Blu-rays, figures, toys. Yeah, more nostalgic stuff, gaming stuff. But yeah, just I don't know. I couldn't car parts or something like that where it's really dry and it's all numbers. And I sort of had a job that was like that where we had parts for valves and stuff, and it was just so boring. Like, I had to go and grab them and organize them, and it's really boring. It's just like XB129. It's like.
Yeah,
it would make money online, but I just can't, bring myself to sort of put time into listing that sort of stuff. So it's stuff that I sort of have a bit of fun with, and hopefully make a bit of money along the way.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. So, yeah, I think it's important to sell stuff you love, and if it's not clothing, then you move on to other things. There's plenty of things out there that you can sell. So, yeah, and
exactly.
You can see Drew behind him's got all his vintage tees, and that sort of lights a fire for Drew. So yeah, we all have things that get us out of bed. So yeah,
if I could find vintage tees, I'd be selling them. I can't bloody find them anywhere, so I'm a bit hopeless.
One of the guys down here this week found a long sleeve Red Hot Chili Peppers on an Acme tag at Savers. So I hit him up. I was like, "Do you want to sell that?" And he's like, "Nope." I was like I will pay good. Like, I'm not trying to resell it. I want it for my collection.
Yeah.
But very rare you find them in thrift stores. So if you can come across them there, you're doing all right. I saw Robbie drop in. Always good to see Robbie in the house. Saying, hope I deleted my browser history before I handed the laptop back. I was more concerned about making sure I deleted all my I was doing all my numbers on my computer for work, so I was like making sure that all my numbers lined up for me to go full time. So I had to make sure that one was off the laptop. But yeah, apart from that, all good. But good to see Robbie in the house. Update on women's clothing thrifting section. Yep, 2 years on and still too scared to do it. Robbie would be fine in the women's section. He'd be if anyone walked up to him, he'd just make something up and they would just walk off. Like, I mean,
you wouldn't want to leave. You'd want to stay there.
He's got it. And Brad, that just reminded me, your video, you sort of talked about jumping a little bit more in the women's section this week. So taking that leap, eh?
Yeah, it was like, as I said in the video, it was the old mate at the Vinnie's there just said, like, he just hinted at me, go and have a look. I just put some nudies and diesels and shit in there. And look, I never go in there, never bothered. I kind of don't need to. I get enough out of where I go in the men's. When it comes to women's, I'm not interested in selling any of it, but I do sell a lot of jeans. And that's sort of, when I was in there looking at them, I thought, oh, well, I'm here now. I'll just keep going. And then, I found, a pair of Riders, and then I found a pair of Levi's. And I thought, fuck it. Today I'm going to go to all the women's jeans in all the op shops, and ended up with another 22 pairs that I would have left behind. Now, I thought from now on, I think I'm just going to do it. Obviously, I'm not going to bother looking through the rest of the women's section. I hate selling shoes in general, so I wouldn't bother with the shoes, all that crap. I'm just going to start doing that a bit more because I do love selling the jeans. As I said, it's a little bit different to the blokes. You know, you got those few extra specifics and find a little bit more fussiness comes out of the women's end. Blokes don't really give a shit too much most of the time. When I've had issues with jeans, more often it's with the women's jeans. It's just the way it's been. And as I said in my video, I think that's probably more to the point of how I've listed them. And, I haven't put those extra specifics in that they needed. So, but yeah, it's something I'll probably do a bit more of now. I won't spend heaps of time in there because there's shitloads of them. Some of those op shops going in, there's heaps of them, and I'm digging through absolute shit to find one or two pair. But just if I'm only going to 1, 2, 3 op shops for the day, I'll go in there and have a look. I'll poke my nose in and have a bit of a sniff and try not to get kicked out.
That's it, isn't it? And you can usually flick through jeans pretty quick and get an idea of what's there. So, yeah, definitely worth it, I think. Women's jeans are still better than other women's clothes in terms of fussy buys, I reckon. Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah, we do all right with them. Speaking of sales, let's get into the first consistent segment of the week. What sold? So let us know what sold for you guys in the chat. I do have everyone's in the back screen here, so I'll see if I can share it without destroying everything like usual. We're going to go with Flipper first. This one, a bit of a story behind it because it was in that new video that you just put out.
Yeah, it was, and I thought I won't go for a high price of this week. I wanted to go for this one because it was in that video. I think this is one of the ones I listed this morning, and it sold today. And it ended up being to a viewer, so that was really cool. I've had that happen a couple of times, more so on Instagram. People quite often they'll contact me and say, "I've seen something in your video. I want to buy it off you." But this one they just sent me a message through eBay and just said, I can't even remember what it said now, but just said, "I'm a follower. I like your content. Love Goosebumps. Thanks, mate." So I won't name names because I don't know if they want to be named as it was through eBay, but appreciate it, and I really appreciate a viewer's sale. So no hassles, just straight off the bat. And we even did this. I never do puzzles. I haven't done it other than, like a 10-piece puzzle with me 3-year-old son. But, it was only a 100-piecer, and I laid that out yesterday morning, and I started putting a few together, and I thought, here we go. And about 3 hours later, the missus was getting stuck into me saying it should have only taken me 20 minutes. But anyway, it was the very first time I've actually, instead of counting the pieces, I've actually put it together and had a crack at it. So I got to take the old photo of it intact. So bit of fun, the old Goosebumps, but I always appreciate a viewer sale. So thank you very much.
Lovely. That's a nice sale. I like a bit of Goosebumps myself. Got a little bit of a mini collection going on. So still haven't finished the book set, but I always like to pick it up here and there. So we'll find Maddie's sale and get cracking into that one. This bad boy here, nice little figure. Give us a little bit of rundown on this one, Maddie.
Brad will know this one. Flipper. I've been picking his brains over a few of the wrestling figures because I've got nearly zero idea these days about wrestling. But so that was out of the lot of 12 that I got. They're just over $2 each.
Nice.
And I've gone on to sell a few of them already for over $30. So really, really happy. And I just picked that one because it looks cool and, it's wrestling and toys and stuff. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with that. But Brock Lesnar was actually the first one I sold. I told Brad sold within an hour and a half. And that was over $40. So
nice.
I just got lucky, I think. I mean, you probably get lots of figures where there's $8 or $9 figures or whatever, but I had a few doozies in there, so pretty happy with that. I haven't actually seen this guy wrestle or seen any footage of Sin Cara, but I really like that one, so happy.
Yeah, beauty, nice and bright there as well, which probably caught some attention, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's head over to Drew. Give me a second. Been hitting the DVDs pretty hard lately. You guys got a bit of a DVD haul, so give us a bit of a rundown on this. And how many of you are been listing? How many have sold so far, Drew?
So we got this haul. I want to say on Monday. I think I mentioned it before last week's stream, so probably last Saturday or something. I think it was 900 odd, and then obviously the couple of dozen banged up ones. Paid $3.50, so I think they're around 40 cents each. And did what you guys did in your previous video, where you sort of do a quick comp and then separate them based on price, so you can just prioritize the higher end stuff. So this one was in the $25 plus stack, so obviously listed that one up quick smart and sold in a couple of days. Like, I'm guessing I put this up on Thursday or Friday, so looking at probably a 2 or 3 day flip. But yeah, slowly ticking through. They've all been fully drafted and ready to go. So we've got 800 odd more to schedule out for the rest of the week on the second store. Yep. So we've got plenty of DVDs to go, but yeah, 50 or 40 cents to $40. Love it.
Yeah, take that for sure. Definitely. Awesome. And I guess that kind of comes down to that, sourcing and lockdown as well. So you guys sort of pick that up locally, which, helps, get through that period. So you'd take that sort of sale any day for sure. That's awesome. Yeah. I don't even know what I put down anymore, so I've got to find it. It was just speaking of those Dungeon and Dragon books and Warhammer. We've sold a few of them already, but we sold this one, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Castle Guide, and we sold it for $79.95 free post. So I think we paid about $3.80 each. I think in the end we've got 270. I think so. Definitely happy with that. We've sold probably 8 or 9 already. I think so. Yeah.
On average, how thick were they? Or like more thin magazine ones, or?
There was a good range actually. There was quite a few that were thin, so that we had to sell, post them pretty cheap. But then there was some of the thicker, like X-sold books as well, which are, the hardcover ones. But I'd say 60-70% of them are the thinner ones. So yeah, nice. Should be able to post them pretty cheap. I did put international on a few of them, but I'm charging large rates. So if someone buys it over from overseas, they're going to cop a bit of a hefty cost on the postage. But very nice. I did see some sales.
Hopefully, get like a nice, someone overseas will probably get like a bundle, like 10 of them or something, and save you a bit of shipping.
Yeah, I hope so. I was very surprised when copying some of them, how much some of them are actually worth. So I'm very happy with that one. Modern Neanderthal sold $50 9-inch nails DVD found in hard rubbish. Oh, perfect. No sale in specifically, but had a 250 plus day. Love it, Captain Opshop. That's awesome. Meanwhile, I just sold a $11 CD. Meerkat Manor box set 80 free ship, and they were 5 minutes down the road. Beautiful. Cara sold an Akubra that she got for $1 and sold for $79.95. Picked a couple of them up the other day. I'm yet to see one in an op shop, and Cara reckons she sees them every few sort of months, and I'm like, you must be getting there before we are, that's for sure.
Is Akubra the brand or the style of hat? I have no idea.
It's like the brand. So Akubra is the brand of hat. Very expensive, new. So if you ever seen Akubra, definitely grab them. Even I think the ones that Cara got were like fedoras, not even like the proper cowboy hats. So, pretty crazy. Sold a Barney Rock with Barney VHS video for $50. Went to Canada. They paid post.
The same people I sold a bundle of 4 out of my video today.
Yeah.
One that I released with all those VHS. I put just a bundle of 4. So they comped out at about $15 each on eBay. So I just chucked them in as a bundle. Put them up for $85 with best offer. And it sold to Canada before I listed the next item.
Someone's got a Barney fetish.
Not in Canada. I was Barney, so I'm going to assume it's the same person.
That's crazy. Hopefully that all goes well and no issues like Robbie had when he was sending stuff over to the US. But Robbie's trying to hit me up for some online D&D, but I've seen him play D&D on his own in a video, so I don't know why he's hitting me up. He's got it on. He's got it on lockdown. Sold Motu figures I bought a while back now as a bundle for $400. That'll get you up in the morning. Plus postage. The rarest one in the bundle was Mosquito. Paid $45.
Good time with that. It's on Netflix now, so Master Universe stuff is going well. That's a good stuff. Sure.
Marketplace is good for Akubra. I've sold 2 for $60 each. Nice. I think I've caught everything. Yeah, got some Akubra fedoras for $2 each. I put them for $100 as well. Peter says my sales have been weird. 4 days of no sales, then sold 9 items in 2 days, then 4 days of nothing again, and today 5 items. That is a roller coaster. That is up and down all over the shop. So
a fun one, a very fun one.
Yeah. That's what mine's been like lately, actually. Just nothing and then up, down. So.
Yeah, it's the old fickle eBay. Hey, we had one day. I can't remember who was talking. It might have been in the Punt Club chat. We had a day where we hadn't sold anything by about 2:00, which is not okay. Gave us a bit of a scare going a couple of days before going full time. That's for sure. But yeah, it ended up being okay. So we got there in the end. I wanted to. I don't know what reminded me then, but I wanted to talk to you guys about the Olympics. I don't know if you guys have been watching too much of it, but I just wanted to hear from you guys and probably from the chat as well. What's your if you've been watching any of it, what's been your favorite moment of the Olympics? Obviously, I think it's been really cool to see people compete at that level, and obviously there's a lot behind that with the COVID and stuff. But I just wanted to sort of see if you guys had been watching it and what your favorite moment was. So you've been watching anything, Brad, at all?
Yeah, I got pretty invested the first week. This past week, I didn't actually watch a lot, to be honest. I was a bit slack on it. I love the Olympics. I love just watching, the competitiveness and watching the Aussies do well. Favorite moment. I don't really know. I'm a big fan of women's water polo and beach volleyball, but outside of that, just I think I wouldn't say dominance. What did the Aussies end up finishing? About 6th, I think. But just some of the dominance that they had in certain sports. I think it was really cool to see. They're absolutely in the pool, kicking ass. Some of the medals that they were pulling in there. The skating, I think that young guy winning the medal. I don't know, there's been sort of some pretty good moments. The girls in the swimming, sort of the emotions that you see coming out of them because, they've absolutely busted their ass for however long to be able to do that and then just actually get that achievement. It'd be just a feeling that obviously none of us are ever going to experience. It's crazy. I love seeing the emotion out of them when they get that victory. And there was just a couple of times there, I think, what's her name, the swimmer, when she was in tears and she just broke records and shit and she was just ecstatic. And
mess with it.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, just sort of seeing that stuff. But I think the Aussies have done really well this year, and under circumstance too. Tokyo's absolutely riddled with COVID. They've spent 2 weeks in lockdown, gone and competed for 2 weeks, and now they're going to be locked down again before they get to see their family. Mentally, it'd be exhausting. Not just the physicality of being over there and competing, but mentally it'd be just really tough, I think. So, but it's been good. But I've been slack this week. I didn't get to see as much as I wanted to. I didn't even get to see the Boomers last night. So, but it was cool to see them get the medal.
What about you, Maddie? You been catching any of it, and what have you been liking?
Yeah, same as Brad. Just the emotion and everything that you see captured in some of these sports. And I think another thing that really got me too, and this probably sounds really bad, but things that go wrong during Olympic events I remember seeing this Ethiopian guy in one of the long distance running events and he got tripped up. It was just real unlucky. The guy, I think it was a Spanish guy in front of him, tripped him up, and you could just see him he got up and gave it his all. You could see him just sprinting, and it was a really long race, so it would have been tough. And you could see him finish in the back, and he was on the deck crying, bawling his eyes out. You say, they put so much work into these sports and dedicate their life, and then just one little moment and it's all gone. So just things like that. I think my dad mentioned there was one in the equestrian where one of the coaches punched the horse in the head.
What?
And then, I didn't see this, but he reckons the coach punched the horse in the head, and then from that point on, the horse was like, I'm not doing jack shit for you.
Yeah, no wonder.
Didn't do anything for the rest of the event, and then that woman who could have won a medal walked away empty-handed. So, yeah, just those funny moments in the Olympics where it's they've done this a million times, but the time they need to do it, it all just goes wrong. And yeah, it's crazy to see. I saw the high jump last night, and that was really, I don't know if anyone saw that, but that was super interesting. The Aussie woman, she had this whole routine with every time, like
writing down all the ratings
and like clapping and like smiling to the sky. And then like once she'd do her jump, she'd go down, she'd be like she's writing in this notebook, like you can see her like saying the words, and then she's writing these numbers on this jersey. I'm like, this is just bonkers.
She was going pretty
yeah, it was super interesting. But yeah, just the emotion, good and bad, was kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. Drew, what about you? Been catching much of it?
I know we did a podcast about the Olympics, but we didn't watch that much. I don't know why we've been locked down. I have no reason not to watch it. But we watched a bunch of the Aussie boxing that obviously named Harry Garside. I watched a few of his matches, which was really fun. Seen a few Boomers games. And then Sarah forced me to watch a bunch of the gymnastics because that's her favorite. And yeah, that's probably for me the craziest like event or sport at the Olympics. Like I reckon you could die pretty instantly doing a pole. What's it? A vault. It was called. Yeah. If you get that wrong, that you're dead instantly.
I feel like sure my best trick on that would be the face plant. So I don't think I would manage to be able to keep that one going. It is very crazy. Like obviously these athletes are competing at insane levels, and especially during COVID times. And I think there was two things that really stood out for me. Obviously, the Boomers getting a bronze medal after how many years of trying. Patty Mills, 42 points in a final, like absolutely destroyed it. Absolute legend. And just seeing the emotion that went through that team after winning that, because it's been a big thing. And Gaze on Shinya, like in tears about it. So that was pretty intense. And then the other thing for me was the decathlon. In the 1500 meters, there was two Aussies in it, and one of them was sitting in bronze with the 1500 to go, and he was sort of like teetering off a little bit, slowing down, and his mate from Australia just started yelling at him like top of his lungs to like get up there and get his ass up, because if he didn't, he would have lost the bronze medal, and he ended up getting home and taking the bronze. So that was pretty special for another athlete that is essentially competing against you to push you that hard to get home. So plenty of crazy moments, but just things like that, I think, where your teammates can really help you through. And I think that kind of goes for all of us in times like this where people are locked down and struggling, that you can have people around you that will really help you get through those times. So that's my sort of top moments of the Olympics. And I saw a couple others say the boxing, the Matildas, and the women's soccer was amazing. Super unlucky, but they played amazingly well. Cycling, it's crazy. Bruce Springsteen's daughter winning the silver in equestrian. I didn't see that one, but that sounds crazy. Men's skateboarding final, BMX, which we won. Amazing. Gymnastics is the bomb. Aussie hurdler who knocked down every hurdle, poor bugger, is a heat of That would definitely be me. Cedric, that's Cedric, that's right. I couldn't remember his name. He's awesome decathlon teammate. Yep. To the swimmer who dropped the F-bomb. I think that was Titmus, I think, after she beat Ledecky in the 2 or 400. That was awesome. The guy in the 100 that did 10.01, the Aussie with the mullet.
That was crazy.
Yeah, he was running a lot quicker than I could ever think of going. So it was awesome to see. And I think in times like this, seeing something like that sort of gave you a little bit of, not hope, but just something to like look at and look forward to every day. So very cool. And obviously the Paralympics coming up in a couple of weeks as well. So there'll be heaps of Aussies smashing it out there as well. So I know we're super off topic, but I thought it was a good time to talk about it, knowing that Drew and Sarah talked a little bit about it on the podcast. And, it's nice to have these things to look at during these times. So
I was tempted to do some TikToks or like Instagram reels of like reseller Olympics, maybe like shop pretty close to satchels or something along those lines.
Bit of
never got around to
fastest packaging and the op shop hammer throw. That would have been gold. I would have loved to see that, Drew.
4 more years. 3 more years.
3 more, yeah. We'll keep an eye out for that. Now, every week we do dog shit, so we better get into that because we're 45 minutes in. So there's old mate squeezing one out, a bit of dog shit. So Maddie, we'll get to you in a second, but have a bit of a think about either your dog shit lately or your worst of all time. Have a bit of a think, but we'll go to Flipper first. Any dog shit this week, mate?
Yeah, I'm running a bit on trend from last week. Another dodgy auction buy.
Yep.
I'm probably going to merge dog shit this week into what's going to be in a video this week.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rip the fuck out of this auction house. I think we're going to do a video on that. We're going to go through everything that I got, the last couple of things. So I've done probably 20 lots through this mob, and they are just getting worse and worse. So I may not name them on the video. So if you want to know who they are Lloyd's Auction House. I'll drop it there. So that the video will depend on a phone call tomorrow and how the phone call goes. But put it this way, yeah, another dog shit auction lot that not well described.
So badly described.
I was blown away. Like you expect some shit, but this time around I was just like, holy shit! Like they haven't advertised it at all, and their only sort of comeback to it is read the description. The description states photos make up the description. You look at the photos and there's one photo or two photos and you can't really see what's going on. But, yeah, it was just a really bad lot. So if you do follow me, you might see it this week. If not, I'll touch back on it if they are kind enough to give me the refund and, discuss it, which I don't think they will be because I've spoken to them before and I put up a post on Instagram just asking people within the community if they have dealt with this mob before and their opinions, and I'm going to put it out there now. There wasn't a single positive note on it, and I had quite a few messages saying they've had nothing but trouble. People have bought iPhones that were basically not working, overheated and damaged. Lots of crap. So it's really weird that they're still kind of doing that. They're kind of putting rubbish in boxes and sending it to people, but advertising it as working, but then says, we don't have time to test it. But in this situation, I like buying video games and stuff. I understand, you probably don't have time to test it. That's on me. I'm taking a risk that they might work. But when you're getting things coming in that are fucked, it's that's just next level shit. So I'll make a little phone call in the morning. It'll be probably the nicest way of getting, saying get fucked as I can possibly say it until to the point if they're a smart ass, I'll get told to get fucked and then we might make a little video on it. So I'll stop rambling. That's me dog shit this week. You'll see it later in the week.
But you did shoot some photos. Yeah, you did shoot through some photos and they had clearly hidden how bad some of that stuff was.
It's borderline scam. Put it
100%. It's real bad.
That's bad.
We'll leave it there because we will want to see it on the video on this week and call them out because it is crap. And it was bad enough they did that helmet shit with you and didn't disclose that they weren't for road use, but this one's even worse. So that is dog shit, and we will leave it at that because obviously you're going to put a video out. But yeah, pretty crazy.
If anyone's had some bad experience with them too, drop it in the chat, your experience, and I'll share that in the video too. I'll share as many as possible.
Yeah, and I imagine there's quite a few. Maddie, you got any dog shit for us either this week or of all time? I've lost Maddie. You have your mic on, Maddie?
Oops, no, I didn't.
There you go. That was dog shit right there.
Got a lip read. Just a couple of cancellation requests. One was just the other night, and I had a look at this guy's profile, and he's a seller too, and he was selling exactly the same item as me that he put a cancellation in for. I don't know what's going on. Nothing too bad. Just a couple of those. But on that auction thing, one of the auction houses we've bought a few things off. I remember going and they had this Persian rug or something. It was red. And we went up close, looked at it closely, and they coloured in a part of the rug with a red marker because it was it had faded.
Oh, wow.
Just dodgy shit. And I mean, even my old man, he bought a few things off. I'm we're talking probably thousands of dollars worth of stuff over the year or two. And he went all the way down from where we live in Hillsville into the city to go and view something. And when he got there, they're just like, "Oh, mate, you can't come in." Like there was no one there, like workers and stuff, but they're just like, "Nah, you can't come in." Like he goes, "I just want to look at that one thing for like 2 seconds," and they're like, "Nah, go home." And that's from someone who's spent like thousands of dollars with them. I just thought that was really fucking rude, really. Like it literally like 2 secs, walk in, look at it, and then piss off. But they didn't want a bar of it. So some of these auction houses, they get big heads on them, and they do some dodgy stuff. So you got to be careful. But yeah, in terms of eBay, just the cancellation requests, and that's it. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Drew, you got any dog shit for us this week? Anything worth mentioning?
Had one minor dog shit that has been resolved. We had like a $90 women's dress returned, which we received on Friday, but then it sold a couple of hours ago, actually, after it was relisted. So that was a nice little savior. But probably the biggest dog shit is the AusPost price increase, I would say. I haven't looked into it too much. I've just read the headlines. Maybe you guys can tell me a bit more about when it's kicking in and what percentage and stuff. But it's probably going to be one of those things where it's like, do I go through all my better listings and stuff and start looking at prices and factoring that in and adjusting when I'm like ending and selling similar, adding a couple of bucks here and there? Maybe, Brad, do you have much info about the price increase?
I did have a quick look at the table, and I think it said September, and I think it was 1.4% across the board. And they were adding more areas to the classification of like major city. So like adding more suburbs. So there might be some small savings in that, but overall you're going to be paying more, like 100%. So it is a shame. But, you know, unfortunately, we've all got to be using AusPost. I suppose we could start looking at Sendle and places like that, but yeah, it's going to be tough. 1.4% sounds like not a lot, but when you're sending a lot of stock, it can really add up quite quickly. So got to try and factor that in. Obviously, we do mostly free postage to hit eBay Plus, so we just got to work out if that model's still going to work or if we need to change things up and change prices. But yeah, another thing to consider. So I think that's definitely
They're increasing it by 1.4%, adding more suburbs in. So I guess you'd want them to add more than 1.4 extra % of suburbs into sort of potentially work out.
Yeah, even the 1.4%, like, yeah, you're still gonna be paying more. Like, it's like how many do you actually get that are major city to major city? A lot of them fall outside that category, and if you don't live in a major city, then you don't even have that option. So yeah, it is a dog shit, but
Sendle, you'll hear from me.
Well, it might be the option that we have to look at for sure. I do want to touch on a couple dog shits in the chat that I saw. Averaging 10 sales a day, and as soon as I received an item not received case with tracking AusPost COVID delays, my sales fall off a cliff. Yeah, I think a few of us have seen that before when we've got an item not received case and a few things like that happen. But, you know, it's hard to prove these things. Dog shit for me, and I never thought it would happen, but I messed up 2 orders. Both buyers had the same first name, and both buyers ended up with each other's item.
Happens sooner or later.
Yeah. Auction house I used to go to bid their own items up. Yeah. Raucous Reg reckons the extra areas included as major cities will balance it out. Hopefully, I hope so. Dog shit for us, we had a neutral this week. Nothing major, just a guy that belt didn't fit, and obviously we take returns. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to bother trying to fight it or not, but it's one of those things. Rack Raid is saying Sendle is one giant dog shit. Fair cool.
Great.
Did anyone hear about people being told to resist buying online to limit delivery drivers' movements? I think that was coming out of Queensland, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the Premier said that or something. So I don't really understand that.
To not spend money for the economy.
Yeah, it's quality, isn't it?
Okay.
Makes sense. It's probably a good thing a Premier saying something like that, because, like, I know down here,
everyone will ignore it.
That's right. As soon as Dan Andrews says to do something, everyone does the complete fucking opposite because they hate him. So, you know, it's probably not a bad thing. It could, you know, roles reversed.
Could even out. Could even out.
Yeah.
Well, boys, we've got 5 minutes left. We've absolutely smashed through this episode. Almost 50 people in the whole time. So before we head off, we'll do a quick run around of what's coming up for everyone on their channels or, Instagram or whatever it may be. I know that lockdown sort of makes YouTube content quite difficult, but we'll do a bit of a wrap round. Brad, you said you're going to maybe light up an auction house this week. So should we expect that coming?
Yeah, that'll more than likely that'll be the video, the main video this week. I'll just show over the 2 lots. I'll go over the whole helmet lot and stuff, and also this recent lot that I got that's trash. So, and then I might just talk about these auction houses in general, just a few that I use because for me I don't have any locals, so I don't have the ability to go in and actually physically look at them, whereas some people do. I know at the moment it's tricky with COVID, but I don't have that option, so I've got to get everything shipped. And I might just talk about a couple of the experiences that I've had because, as I said, I've bought probably 20 lots through this mob, and I've used a couple of the others as well. Yeah, and bought a fair bit of stock, and it's a way that I do like to source. At the moment, it's kind of a little bit tricky. I've noticed there's an inflation, and that's obviously everyone locked up. They're doing the same thing. So, but yeah, I might touch on that a bit this week, and then I'm going to try and push for 2 videos again this week. I'm trying to push for that sort of maybe Thursday and Sunday video for a little while. So, haven't decided with the other one yet. We might, I could take the easy way out and just do another what's sold, or I might do another top 10 video of something, or might start talking toys again. I haven't done one of those for a while. I like doing the toy videos and whatnot. I haven't decided, but hopefully 2 this week.
Beautiful. We keep an eye out for that one, especially the roasting of the old auction house. I'm going to be keen for that one. I'll be there with me popcorn and my pitchfork. Matt, so Matt's What I Am is your channel, and the link is in the description for all those that haven't got across. But do we have a video coming up this week, or are we just sort of playing it by ear at this stage? Yeah,
no, as I mentioned, 1 a week, and it'll be like I'm trying out a vlog style video just because I've never done it. Be showing what I sold, and then just sort of what's going on during the day with me. I'll try and compact it in as much as I can so it doesn't drag on. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just going with a few different ideas and seeing what works, and trying to come up with a bit of a flow. And if I can pick different style of video, like 2 different styles I can do a week and stick to that and be more consistent with that, then I'll do that. But vlog style video coming out next, and that'll either be out tomorrow or Tuesday, but it will be coming out Monday, Tuesday. Beautiful. Keep an eye on that one for sure. Disney Thrifter World is asking for a toy vid flip, so that'll be a good one. You got knowledge in that space, so definitely worth putting that out. Drew, do we have another project up the sleeve? Do we have some house thriftability? Do we have a cooking YouTube vid? Can we get something out of you guys?
All the above is coming. No, I'm not too sure yet. We have a pod coming out on Tuesday, sort of about YouTube and the state of YouTube, and what we used to watch 10, 15 years ago on there versus what people do on there now. Just sort of a general chat about YouTube hustlers and vloggers and stuff. So sort of interesting for everybody. Video wise, not too sure. Just gonna sort of suss out how we go. I've got heaps of shirts here. I've had 2 boxes of like shirts that were going to be like for like the vintage Instagram page and store, and like some that were technically going to be like in the vault for a while. But I'm like, fuck, I'm just going to pull them out and list them. So I have about 50 shirts here that I'm about to like film me maybe going through that or something. Not too sure yet, but surely we'll come up with something for sure.
Wayne is asking for Top Shot. I would definitely watch that because I'm interested in getting involved with that. And Jazz is keen for a recipe video, so all about it. And vintage tea is always a good one to see. So if you do a vintage teas that'd be sweet. Yeah, got some bacon on it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I reckon for the last 3 weeks I've been eyeing that Slipknot off too.
The bootleg, I tried stretching them on out, and it didn't go too well.
It's like the game with vintage teas. They're always the wrong size, aren't they? I seen so many that I like, and I'm like, what size? And it's like small. I'm like, well, I probably couldn't get my right arm in that, let alone the rest of it. Just quickly for us, we filmed a What Sold in July, and that'll be out Tuesday. So double video week. We're going to try and do double videos at least now that I'm full-time. And Friday will be another vlog video, and I'm thinking it's going to be my first week of reselling as full-time. So try and show how that goes. So yeah, we're going to try and get back to 2 videos a week, 1 vlog and 1 sort of more educational knowledge, how-to sort of stuff every week. So that's the goal. I don't know how well it's going to go. Obviously, I'm sort of going to be edging into this as we go and see how much time I have, but that's the plan for now. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming along. We really appreciate Maddie being here. Great to see you, mate. I'm really looking forward to more content coming out on the channel, and great to have you back in the community. I see the dog sneaking up in on the shot there.
Yes.
Who's this?
It's Lola.
Lola?
Yeah, she's hungry. She needs a dinner.
Oh, there you go. Well, yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Make sure you head over to Maddie's channel, show him some love. Get around to all the other boys' channel as well. There are links in the description to everyone. So if you've somehow been living under a rock and haven't found them, they're in the bottom there. So thanks everyone. We'll be back next Sunday. Same faces, same place, same time. Really appreciate everyone being here, and thanks Maddie for joining us. You can stick around afterwards in the green room if you want for a little bit. We'll just have a little bit of a chat, but yeah, we'll see you next time on Wide World of Reselling.
See ya.
Bye.